Okay, so I took a break and now I'm back. I'm going to share with you a comment that was made by Henny Cooperstein, an autistic here in California, and the title here says, Autism is criminalized by California governor. And they state, devastating news for 1 million California autistics. If you can't get care, no matter why, you can now be held in custody of care court, institutionalized with police managing your care. Also, the governor signed into law the SB 805 measure that would dilute ABA therapy by allowing anyone with a high school diploma to practice behaviorism with or without our consent. Although the bill makes specific what is funded for children, adults are not included in this remedy for care. This means that the government can excuse supports by indicating that minimum wage, non-credentialed people are good enough by this new definition. California consistently is the most dangerous state to be an autistic adult without a family rallying for you. Things to consider. All right, so 3 things to consider. 1, what happens if a dentist refuses to fill your cavities because they stereotype autistic people? 2, what happens when millionaires' tax dollars are taken away from mental health county programs and moved toward a housing initiative? The reasoning was that county programs failed to implement the access to care, and therefore 170000, I can't do numbers well, 170,000, I think, homeless people are now, and this is their words, now stealing the spotlight of the 1 million autistics without community care options. We know that being unhoused is not a mental illness, but making it a crime means the millionaires want the people away in a house, not on a street, and not participating in connecting them to care. That smells like another generation of NIMBY to me. NIMBY. I think that means not in my backyard. Yes, I think that's what that means. An acronym for. Okay, and 3, they state, what happens if the Lanterman Act is amended to allow 5150 gravely disabled involuntary holds instead of prioritizing access to care? Are we prepared to institutionalize 1 million autistic people again? Okay, there are some things in that are, whew. Lots to consider here. Lots to consider here. Top of the head, my big concern right now is access to care has never existed in a manner that was appropriate for any of us out here. So, yeah, that term access to care and access to care right now is not even possible here. It's how many psych wards will even take autistic people if they know they're autistic and also managing mental illness. I know for a fact, at least going back a couple of years, that here, if my autistic status was known, they could not help me. You get turned away, even if you are in suicide ideation and severely at risk. They don't know how to help us, and you get turned away. What's changed? with this? Tell me what's changed. And my other biggest concern, access to care, is so problematic for autistic and just sensory overwhelm, the stigma, and just the sheer level of trauma most of us have experienced in hospital emergency room settings and places of that sort are so big. It's already so many of us won't go even in emergency care because of it's inappropriate to our systems. We are not able to. Oh, how are they going to do this? How? We're going to have even more divergent and autistic people not seeking services, support, healthcare, emergency care, and all the sort. That's the fallout I see coming. How can, all right, yeah. I'm going to think about this some more. I've got to wrap my head around this some more. I'm going to go seek out other opinions as well and other folks sharing information on this as well. But this issue is very concerning, and I'm even concerned as well because I know that the SB 805 bill that went through here in California had opposition filed against it, you see, and other autistics filing opposition. And after the bill passed, others, including myself, wrote email or made some sort of contact as we could with the governor's office to share our opposition again, but not a single mention of opposition, not even a single mention. So not only were we not heard, we were also not even recognized. And yeah, there's so much to think about here.